Hey, welcome back. Okay, so here's the deal. I have not done this at all, so I'm gonna kind of just be trudging through this, like maybe like you would be. Puts a lot of concepts together that we've been learning this year. You can see I bled through my paper here. That was with the last assignment I did on inscribed quadrilaterals. I didn't want to waste paper, so I'm just gonna deal with it and work with that. So, this is the giant circle challenge. Are you excited? Are you ready? Okay, well, whether you're not or pumped or not, here we go. So, G is the center of circle, the giant circle. Okay, that's cool. So, we're going to call it circle G. AD is a diameter. So, AD right there, that's a diameter. And the measure of arc AB is 78. So they give me this. They say this right here is 78 degrees. That's an arc. Probably going to need to know that at some point. That's why they're giving it to me. Okay. And then they tell me angle or arc FE. FE is 105 degrees. So let's just keep going around here. This would be a great lesson for highlighters or something like that. 105 degrees. Okay. And then arc ED. Oh, they give me arc ED is 27 degrees. Maybe I'll use that as a different color. It's 27 degrees. And then they give you CD is 42. So let's use purple on that. So they give me this is 42 degrees. Okay. So let's do this first. I think the first thing you do is you tack the outside of the circle. You try to get all the arcs taken care of. So they tell me in here that AD, I do have a highlighter. They tell me that this is a diameter. Okay. So if that's a diameter, then that means that the top half's 180, the bottom half is 180. So we can go with that. So if I got 78 and 42, I can start with 180. Subtract out my 78. Subtract out my 42. And that means that part's 60. I don't know if we're going to need that or not, but let's go for it. So that is going to be 60 degrees right there. And then let's do our bottom part of our circle. So the bottom half, I can see that that's 27 and that's 105. So if I subtract that out, that's going to give me that information. So let's do 180 minus 105 minus the 27. 48 degrees. So that's my final part there. 48 degrees. And that's all we got. So let's just try to start doing this. There's probably 1,000 ways to do this. If you do it differently, that's fine. You can always just check your answers. So remember, central angles are the same as their arc, and inscribed angles are half of the arc. So let's look here. Let's see if we can just do number 1 now that we got that. I think we can. So if you look at angle 1, I'm going to kind of cover this stuff up so you can see it. Angle 1 goes all the way up to the green arc, which is 60 degrees. So if that's 60 degrees, my angle 1 has to be half of that because it's an inscribed angle. So angle 1 is going to be 30 degrees. Now I'm going to tell you, let's write inside these triangles because writing inside of these will be helpful because we're going to have all kinds of stuff going on. So angle 1 is 30 degrees. We can do that. Let's see if we can do angle 2. So if I look at angle 2, cover that up. It goes all the way to the letters A and D. A and D is a half circle. So that means this arc is 180 around here, 180. And that's an inscribed angle. So if I go from big to small, I take half. So angle 2 has to be 90 degrees. Okay. So you got two options. I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. We got two options. We can find angle 11 real easy. Or we could go straight through and find angle 3 and 4. How do we... Let's just find angle 11. So if you look, I've got a triangle. What do triangles always add to? Yeah, I heard you say it, 180. So if I do over here, 90 and 30, that's 120. So if I subtract that from 180, that's 60. So that means that angle 11 is 60 degrees. So I can go down here. Angle 11 is 60 degrees. Okay, so that's good. I like that. Now we can do some things we've learned this year. We got vertical angles. If that's 60, what's 13? Yeah, 60. So I can go over here. That's 60 degrees. That's 60 degrees. Okay. And then if you look, 12 and 13 are side by side. Side by side are supplementary. Supplementary are 180. So if I do 180 minus 60, that's 120 degrees. So that means that angle 12 is 120 degrees. And if angle 12 is 120, what's angle 14? 120. So there's 12 and 14. Okay. So maybe we can just try to finish this top half of the circle. So let's see what we got here. We need angle 3. So if I look at angle 3, if I can cover that up for you and don't mess things up. Angle 3 goes to arc 42. And it's an inscribed angle. That right there is inscribed. So I got to take half of 42 to get angle 3. Well, half of 42 is 21. So that's 21 degrees. So there's two ways to find angle 4. I know that's a triangle, so I can add those together, subtract from 180, and that'll give me angle 4. Or I can just look at its intercepted arc. Let's do that because that's kind of the point of this. Angle 4 touches the red arc. It goes out to the red. The red is 78. So remember, to move from big to small, you take half. So half of 78 is 39 degrees. So that means that's 39 degrees. Okay. So I've got that. I need 5 and 10. I need those in there. So if you look, here's angle 10. It intercepts arc 42. So I'm going from big to small. So angle 10, I got to take half of that. So 10 is 21 degrees. Okay. And then angle 5, again, I can add these together and subtract from 180 to get angle 5 because there's a triangle right here. But I'm going to use intercepted arcs. So when I look, angle 5 touches 78 as well. So if angle 5 touches 78, half of 78 is 39. Okay, so we got the whole top half done. 39 degrees. Okay. That's crazy. That's a lot going on there. So let's look. Number 6 is next in our order here. So if you look, 6 touches the purple arc. So if I take half of 48, that gives me 24 degrees. Angle 7. Can we do 7? Sure, we can do 7. No, we cannot do 7 yet. We're going to have to skip 7. We're going to have to come back to it. Let's see if we can do angle 8. Angle 8 is there. Nope, can't do 8. Let's see if we can do 9. Yeah, we can do 9. 9 is an inscribed angle, and it touches, if you can see, angle 9 touches the 105 and the 27. So I got to add 105 and 27. (105 plus 27). Okay, and then divide that by 2. That's going to give me angle 9. So angle 9 is 66 degrees. Okay. All right. So 7. Again, we can't get that quite yet. I don't think so. Let's move. That moves us to 15. So let's see if we can do 15. 15 we sure can. So if you look at 15, it's a central angle, and it touches 48. Well, central angles and arcs are the same. So 15 is 48 degrees. Okay. Well, now we can go back and find angle 8. This is a triangle. So if I start at 180 and I minus 66 minus 48, that's 66 degrees as well. That's an isosceles triangle. So angle 8 is 66 degrees. Okay. Alrighty, we're moving along, almost there. Let's see, 16's next over here. Can I get 16? I sure can. See, 16 is a central angle. Central angles and their arcs are the same, and it touches the 105. So angle 16 is 105 degrees. All right, let's see if we can find 17. 17 is a central angle. If you look right there, it is touching the arc of 27. So central angles and arcs are the same. So 17 is 27 degrees. Okay. Now this will knock out a bunch real quick. So again, I've got this triangle right here. So if I do 180 minus 27 minus 24, it gives me 129. So 18 is 129 degrees. So if that's 129, that means angle 20 is 129 by vertical angles. Okay. These two are side by side, 20 and 21. Side by side are supplementary. So if I do 180 minus 129, that gives me 51. So those are supplementary. So 21 is 51 degrees. These are vertical, so that's 51 degrees. And now we should have enough for angle 7. So angle 7, lucky number 7 is our last one. And if you look, I've got a triangle. So I'm going to subtract out 180 minus 105 minus 51, 24 degrees. And that is our giant circle challenge. Thanks for watching. That was awesome. And I'll see you next time.